was easy.
Hi, I hope you guys are great. I'm going to stick this in because I forgot to talk about it in my video. So anyway, I am going to take a petite pause in the show me the money because this scheduling thing is all encompassing, kind of like sucking all of my attention, and it should, and then I'll be able to get back to the show me the money thing. So I'm calling it show me the magic. Or maybe I'll call it time of your life. I don't know. Time of my life. Yeah, so yeah, that's what we'll call it. Anyway, so time of my life. So I'm just going to do that. So tonight, and for however many days, I'm still wrestling with all of this. So yeah, so anyway, that's it. Okay, on to the regularly scheduled program. Hi, everybody. So you may notice that the categories are down. That's because I'm revamping them a little bit. So, what's happening? Let's see. We'll go through the colors as they were, and I'll tell you what's happening. Pink is not going to be Mary Kay anymore. I used to split my personal development goals into pink and orange, and I liked that. The pink was the physical stuff, and the orange was the mental stuff, like directing my focus and things like that. Okay, and I like that combo for those things. And they are expanding. The more I learn, the more they expand. Some of what is in orange are other personal development things like my guitar playing, which, by the way, has just, I don't know why it's disappeared, but it's going to come back in. So anyway, I'm revamping that a little bit. Oh, let's see. What's the other revamp? Okay, so gold is going to take all things business, right? Except for aquaponics and gardening, because aquaponics and gardening also have to do with health and well-being. So, I mean, they have as much to do with like my physical vibrancy and things like that. So, anyway, and I am also coming up with really cool and exciting little things to focus on. Oh, and little expansion on home. Home, and let me see if I can, hold on 1 second, I'll go get it. Hold on. Okay, so for home, I have a new role under home. I like my category for home, but my role, the role that I get to take on and I get to be to take care of my home is creator of the good life. And then I put down like hearth and soul, like there's, you know, a spiritual component to like running the house and all that. So anyway, I really like that. And let's see, you already know Nuclear Orange Woman, which abbreviates to NOW, if you don't remember. I just always have thought that's brilliant. And I'm going to again call the pink category vibrancy. That is physical and spiritual. I am putting that back on my radar because I've just been kind of ignoring it. So that's good. Sorry, I was looking at some things. Here's what I'm looking at. I'll show you. I hold it up for you. See, this is some of what I've been doing. So, I hope that doesn't show up backwards on the tape, because it might. It's a weird little thing. Anyway, I'll make sure to correct it. Okay, so outstanding in my field and stream. I love that. Okay, so and then financial freedom, wealth wizard. Okay, so, and then I'm going to have some roles that are just for, like, are for my, whoa, where did that go? Ah, here it is. That are for all my, and I've got a lot of them. I'm getting a little bit confused in the middle of this, but we know confusion is good because confusion means you're going to figure something out. It's good. And actually we'll add a little frustration in there and it'll work out. Okay, so, but I have kind of divided my categories in okay, so I've come up with categories for all my, how do I explain this? I'm not saying it very well. I am so sorry. Okay, so for my Mary Kay, my music, my YouTube, my coaching, because I'm going to start to do that again. My, I want to sell some of the stuff that we have in this house. We've got too much stuff, and we have some antiques that might be worth something. And I know that if it comes down to it, and it's like under pressure at the end, if something, God forbid, happens to Mom, if I have to do that all at once, I'm going to take a complete bath on some of the things that really could be worth quite a bit of money if I have the time to sell them. So the time to sell the extra stuff is now. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to start to try to bring some income in that way. So, yay. Okay, so it made it into my wealth category because it will bring money into our home. Okay, so author, right? And then I am the chairwoman of SJ Enterprises and Sharp Studios. So SJ Enterprises are things that I take on, like the Mary Kay. It's one of my enterprises, right? Okay, so with all of those things, I need to, like, so for the Mary Kay and the YouTube, I need to manage them, expand my knowledge and skills with them. I need to market them. I need to inspire my team if I have one for a particular thing. I need to maximize new sales. I need to nurture clients I already have. I need to pay attention to costs. I need to pay attention to relations with upline or overseers. Like the reason I wrote it that way is because I have upline, of course, for Mary Kay. I have overseers for, like, YouTube. Now, I am nowhere near starting to make any money on YouTube, of course. And in fact, that's not even the point right now. But I know eventually that might become something. I mean, that was my hope, that, you know, something could come of it. So, anyway, and to have outcomes for all of those things that I said before, all of my different businesses. But under those businesses, I'm going to wear my manager hat. Now, I'm going to come up with, like, Managing Maven or something that, like, really sparks my interest, because Tony was really talking about that today, and how, you know, using your language, exciting language, you know, he was saying, for a personal example for him, he is the director of, well, he's the chairman of Anthony Robbins companies, right? But he uses language like visionary and, you know, things like that, so that I'm not doing it justice. And I'll put the things that he said because they're brilliant. And it's a way to take something and, you know how advertising puffs things up so that we are drawn to them? Well, that's kind of what you're doing when you're doing it with things that you want to be drawn to yourself personally. So you're basically advertising to yourself. So, yeah. So that's what this whole Reconnoiter is about. And I got really deep into it today, and that's great. It still feels a little bit up in the air, but that's okay. It will. I mean, it's not like I'm going to let it go until I have it all figured out. I know that about myself. I did go and get my workout done. So I did go, I'm sorry, excuse me. I did go do that. I am having to figure out how to communicate my needs because I'm doing a very bad job. I was in bed, of course, yesterday because I didn't communicate my needs well. And I'm really frustrated because I felt like I had communicated my needs. And yeah, anyway, so blah. Yeah. So, but that's about it. So I love you guys. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. Have a really good night.